They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That's into the hands of Diggs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. And not much there. Down to about the 13. Second down and 8. They'll run. It's Ogunbowale. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. On the ground, it's Ogunbowale. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And fourth down's coming up. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return is Hasty. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He's got Douglas going deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where you see the final score there. Caleb Williams leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Josh Downs, a touchdown catch in the victory. Both these teams
Coach,
running through their final
second
adjustments.
Half,
it's time for
Glad
the
to have
second
you
half.
back with us.
And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike
Sports.
Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
May going to look to throw. That'll be complete to Gibson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. May to the air once more. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
An 8-yard gain.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now, faking the give. He'll look deep here for Diggs. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Diggs. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Texans.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Hasty. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll go play action with May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now, May will set up the screen for Gibson. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw again is May. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
May to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's May again. It is brought in the end zone. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, New England.
Well, after being shut out in the 1st half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?